How do you do? Today I want to talk about my Panasonic HC-VX985M 4K video camera. I bought myself this one, I would say it's now 4 years ago, and I've been using it regularly, so what do I think of it? I like it, yeah. About 4 years ago I was looking to switch over from HD to 4K, and yeah, of course, then I was looking for a camera. I like cameras that are easy to handle, like this one, but I still want it to be full 4K, like Ultra HD. I know you get a lot of cameras that they sell online, they tell you, yeah, it's a 4K camera, but then it's actually just about half the resolution that they then stretch to 4K. I mean, what's up with that? That's not 4K, I want actual 4K. If you have square pixels, they should be 3840 by 2160. Yeah, that's real 4K, or Ultra HD, I would say. So, I was looking for a camera and came across this one. This one was about $1,000 US dollars. So it's not cheap, but it's also not like insanely expensive or something. So I would say the price was agreeable for what you get. Well, what I wanted to get was just the Ultra HD resolution, full Ultra HD resolution, and good quality video. Of course, that's not what they put in this. They put all sorts of fancy effects. You see there, it says cinema-like effects and Wi-Fi and yeah, it has all these sort of like funny, fancy functions, like you film in 4K and then it will stabilize as you're filming in HD, and I don't even know what, I don't bother with that. I don't know why they put that in a camera. I really just want a 4K camera that you point and you shoot. I just want the basic functions like the exposure and focus and yeah, stuff like that. White balance and shutter speed. I don't want all these things that you really can do in post-production in your editing software. That's unfortunately with these more consumer type cameras, they always put all these fancy functions in it that really just belong in your editing software. Yeah, in my opinion, that just makes the camera more expensive than it needs to be. But anyway, be that as it may, how does it perform? Quite well. There is one problem that I ran into for a while. The focus got some trouble. Sometimes it wouldn't focus. I think what happened is dust went into it, and then it's sort of like when the lenses try to turn, maybe they grind too much or whatever, I don't know. But it worked. If I turned it off and on again, then sometimes it would be alright. And then yeah, it worked fine for about 98% of the time. And then the problem basically went away. It's been a long time since I've had that problem. Anyway, let me just show you the camera up close. There's your lens. What you do to turn it on is you open up the viewfinder. The lens opens up. And yeah, there it is. It's got a touch screen and menus and all that. Oh, it does take a microphone, so that's good. You can plug in a microphone. Yeah, there's your zoom, pretty standard. There's a battery, but what I like about it is in the past, if you got a video camera, of course you needed to buy spare batteries. With this one, I just use my power bank. You just buy yourself a really powerful power bank, and yeah, then you just plug in your USB plug there, and you use the camera's charging cable. Just plug it into the power jack or whatever you call it, and yeah, now it's charging, you see. And yes, you can use it while it's charging, so that's good. That's sometimes what I do. I just put this in my pocket, and then I have hours and hours of power for my camera. It never runs out of battery power. Yeah, it does take photos at a high resolution. I forgot what the resolution is. I think 12 megapixel, but it might be something else. I will say this camera kind of restored my faith in Panasonic products. From past experience, I thought Panasonic really isn't that great quality, but this one seems to withstand the test, except for that focus problem I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I should probably service it at some point, but I bought it online, so I don't have a vendor to take it to. I don't know what you do in a case like that. Probably just buy a new camera. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Or else I'll send it to Panasonic, wherever. The frame rate of this is 23.976 frames per second. Why such a weird, uneven number? Yeah, I've been asking that myself. Why not just 24 frames per second? But yeah, it's 23.976. That's what it is, what you're gonna do. Another thing, if you have been using your computer for editing and you only ever edited the HD files, the 4K files this one gives you might be too big to play back smoothly on your computer. That was how it was in my case. I had to buy a new, what do you call it, graphics card or video card or something that was much faster. Fortunately, I didn't need to buy a new computer. I could just buy the card, which was quite expensive, about, I would say, $800 US. And with that I could play back the file smoothly. It still won't play smoothly if, like, in your editing program you put a lot of the big 4K files on top of each other. Like, you want a background and you want to key out the character on top of it, and you want to add another layer of special effects or whatever. Then if you try to play that back, your computer might still have a problem. If your computer isn't really the newest, top of the range, fastest one around. But in a case like that, you'll just have to select playback at a much lower resolution in your editing software, and then it might still play, depending on how many layers you have on top of each other having to be played back at the same time. If it's just one video layer, no problem. A fast computer with a good graphics card can handle that just fine. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. That is the story then of my Panasonic HC-VX985M camera. Hybrid optical image stabilizer. 25 times intelligent zoom, yeah. The optical zoom is about 20. Was it 20? Let me just check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, optical zoom is 20. That's a good thing, yeah. For some reason they don't really put the optical zoom in video cameras anymore. I don't know why. They probably think you can do just fine with the digital zoom onto the high resolution image, which I don't like. I want to have a high resolution image even when I'm zoomed in for 20 times at least. Please hit the like and subscribe button right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!